Welcome back.
To Marriage Beyond the Veil. Well, today I want to talk about the agreement.
The agreement. Okay, what is this agreement you speak of?
Oh, those will be the vows.
The vows. Which vows are those? Marital vows?
The marital vows.
Okay, so
The agreement.
do tell.
Well, it was interesting. I was talking to a couple of people today, and I think in most cases people think, for better or for worse, in sickness and health, blah 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 blah
Blah,
blah.
blah, blah. That's the rub.
And that's
blah,
the thing.
blah, blah.
People think it's just blah blah blah. It's just words.
Well, you know, interestingly enough, and I'm sure you know this, for years I've done premarital counseling, and during the premarital counseling, I would always, one of the sessions, I would always really take time to unpack the vows, what they mean, and I would tell them on the wedding day, more than likely you're not going to hear anything. You're not going to be because of the anxiety, the excitement, all of those emotions. People really aren't paying attention a lot of times. So I would really make sure that we spent time in one of the sessions unpacking what it says and what it really meant.
Mm-hmm.
So that, because on the wedding day, for a lot of people, that's all they hear is blah, 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 blah,
Blah,
blah,
blah.
because, you know, they're all in love and their anxiety's high. Maybe they're nervous or maybe they're just so excited and blah, blah, blah.
And then life happens. And
Yes.
for some people, it's early in the relationship. Some people in the first week, some people in the first day.
Mm-hmm.
For other people, everything's smooth sailing, no obstacles, no major obstacles, everything's hunky dory. And then you get towards the end, and then there are different obstacles. But you never know what can happen.
Life happens. And, you know, I don't think the average person thinks when they say for better or for worse that they really will have the worst,
The worst.
and that it can happen in a moment's
In a
notice,
moment's notice.
and forever drastically change the individual or individuals.
And so I was talking to a single young lady today, and I was, asking her, what were you looking for? And she said she wasn't sure. And I told her, I said, well, this is what I share with everybody. When you pick that person that you're going to make the commitment to for the lifetime, make sure that person is going to be in it at the worst and will be there in your worst possible moment.
To the best of your ability.
To the best of your ability.
Because people fix their mouths to say anything.
And that's why you can't go on emotion
right,
or words.
No, when I say fix their mouths to say anything, I'm talking about before
That's
as
what I'm
well
saying.
as during.
Yeah, no.
So you have to be able to assess one's character, and is one truly, truly being authentic. And it's not just what they say, but it's what they do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're in a relationship with somebody and an event comes up and you're questioning the way that they handled themselves during that event, whether it was they didn't go, they did go, they went, they were loud. If something about that bothers you, you need to have the conversation then. Don't wait till
after the I do's.
Yes, because it will ultimately come back up. Because what he always says, people will show you who they truly are.
When things get real, so do you. That's the reality. Gail and I have mentioned previously how when you first meet somebody and you're trying to impress them and whatnot, people will tend to send a representative. But you can only be fake, fraud, and phony for so long because, again, when life gets real, so do you.
Yeah.
So the key is being able to have the conversations, communicate, but also observe. Someone's speech and their actions need to be congruent. And so if it's incongruent, if they're saying one thing but they're doing a different thing, that should be a flag on the play for you sports fans. There should be a red flag denoting that something doesn't line up here. Now this is what you said, but this is what you did. And there can be an opportunity where that may be happened once, but when you see a pattern
over and over again,
then you need to deal with the pathology within that pattern, and be honest with yourself. And I think the challenging thing is people may get emotionally attached to someone and they're willing to overlook stuff. What we're saying is, don't overlook those things that are deal breakers for you.
Yeah.
So until tomorrow, if the Lord says the same,
Have a good evening.
for better or for worse.